Hey guys, welcome to Miss Beatty's class all over again. I am excited for a new year and to see you all very, very soon. Before we do that, there is something that I need to do that we are actually going to go over, and that is mask up. All right, so as you see, I have my mask on. This is one of the expectations that we are going to have this year. So as you can see over here, I will be teaching only English 11 and 12 this year, as well as ninth grade character. And so I do have those two sections for you guys there. And we are going to go ahead and get success. That's going to be one of the main things that we are working on this year, specifically in these classes with me. So we have a lot to cover when it comes to in-class expectations. So when you are in my class, you are coming in, you are on time. We definitely have a modified schedule, and we don't have a lot of leadway with getting you in class seated and ready to go. So I need you guys to be here on time with all of your materials in here. One of the materials that you will be required to have is this here mask. Doesn't have to be this one. You might not be as cool as me to have an owl, but you will need to have your mask on in class at all times. They are not a toy. They are not to be messed around with. They are not to come off. Obviously, there might be a reason why you would need to take your mask off, such as blowing your nose, or you might be taking a drink of water, things of that nature. But for the most part, if you're in class, you have the mask. When it comes to being prepared, you will be coming in with your backpack. And so everyone will have their backpack chair as well as their sitting chair, and they are notated, and there's no way for you to be confused as to where you sit. And so that is part of being prepared, is come in with all your materials, your backpack, and ready to go. Our next huge expectation is respectful. We are working on a hybrid model this year, guys. And so what that means is there will be students streaming in class at the same time that you are in class. So half of your peers will be on streaming in from home. You have to be respectful of them. We're not going to have lots of times where we want to chit chat with those on the camera and distract that way. So we have to maintain that respect and that professionalism upstairs, and be our final expectation for in class attentive. We're still attentive to me, we're attentive to whoever's speaking in the class, and moving forward from there. Those are the top 4 big expectations that I will have for you if you are in class this year for sure. Moving right along, for those of you who are streaming in, when you are online and remote learning, you need to be on time. Once I take attendance at the start of the day, that is it. You need to be on the Zoom platform ready to go when class starts. It is very important for you guys at home to be on task. That's another big one. If you guys are off task, then you start to distract those inside of the classroom as well. And so we will be using the hand raise model for those of you streaming in, which means that your mic, for the most part, will be muted, and you will get to raise your hand and use that model if you have a question of me. For those of you who have had me before, you know we have a lot of discussions. And so with this new model, discussions are going to look a little bit different, because I am going to give those of you who are streaming in the opportunity to discuss right along with class. And so I will be checking those hand raises just as I would with those of you in the classroom. And so those are our top expectations for both online and in the classroom. And finally, we are going to be talking about the in-class structure and entering and exits and what assignments are going to be looking like. So I will be taking attendance at the start of every day. Fingers crossed. Sometimes I forget. So you might have to remind me to take that attendance. But when you walk into class, it will look a little bit different. Our desks will be in pods of 2, and each pod only houses 1 student in their backpack. That is what the in-class structure is going to look like. The desks are socially distant, so you need to maintain that distance all throughout class, remain in your seat, and enter accordingly. So I will give you the map of how we will enter class on your first days, as well as how we exit class. When it's time to exit class, you will wipe down your desk. With the Clorox wipe, you will Germ-X your hands, and then you will exit in the fashion in which I will teach you guys when you come in. And that's going to be how class is going to look for us. Your assignments are actually going to be 98% online. So I will be loading all of your assignments in the Infinite Campus, where both those of you at home as well as those in the class will be able to use them. So that's something I'm super excited to do because we won't have as many paper shuffling. You guys won't have to keep track of your journals this year. It'll all be online. All of our discussions, all of our journal entries, you guys will get to do it online, and you'll see those grades as soon as I enter it for you guys. So that is super exciting for me. Online structure, you guys are going to be using Infinite Campus as well. The only difference is you guys will be streaming in versus sitting in class. But your assignments will be the same assignments that I gave to those of the students that are in class, and we will be moving right along throughout the week. I expect a lot from my juniors and seniors, and for my incoming freshmen in character class, I will be holding you to the same standard that I expect of my juniors and seniors. So there's no leadway there with what we have going on. Something that I did want to talk about right now is the late work policy. The late work policy has changed for high school. It is 50% off the very first day it's late. So the first day that if it's due on Wednesday, it is late on Thursday and it's 50% off. If you turn it in on Friday, it's automatically 0. No credit given. And so we are really coming down on you guys to get your work in and get your work in on time. And so that is something that has changed school-wide in every class. So be on the lookout for that and make sure that we're getting our assignments in on time and ready to go. And so I am super excited to see you guys. I wish I could see you guys in person already, but that's not the nature that we're living in. So I will see you guys back in school once it's starting. I'm super excited to see all you guys and your faces. I have missed you all. So finish off the summer strong and come in ready to work.